says that it's easiest to tell your kids about sex while in the car as you're driving and you don't have to look at them, and vice versa. What about the people who don't have cars? Do they have to do it on the bus? My friend was taught that you stick the penis in the vagina, but not that you had to move it around a bit. So he thought it was just like putting bread in a toaster. And when it was done, it just popped out. But my favourite medical show, and I know it's yours too, is Embarrassing Bodies. And it's such a helpful show because a lot of people are nervous about going to the doctors. A male friend of mine won't go to the doctors in case he's asked how much he masturbates. And how often do you masturbate? How often is normal? How often do you think is normal? 21 units a week? That's drinking. 5 times a day? That's fruit. It's not like that for women. We can have it as often as we like broccoli, no points. If a man comes in with a hamster stuck up his arse, who does he go to? A doctor or a vet? I suppose it depends who's in the most distress. I think he's quite stressed because he's scratching a lot. How would you even get one in the first place? Let's not lure him in with sunflower seeds. If his cheeks get big, you'll never get the little bugger out. I love Embarrassing Bodies live from the clinic, where people Skype in with their ailments. It's like chat roulette with cocks. So it's like chat roulette. I love on the live shows when one of the doctors is talking to a patient via Skype and says, "OK, Brian, can we take a look?" Then the bloke stands up, turns around and bends over. "OK, Brian, thanks." Brian. Brian? Brian, we've seen it, love. Sit down again, Brian. Brian. No, don't part them. I saw one episode where a really pretty young girl came up on the screen with the biggest knockers you've ever seen. You know, the size where even men would say, "Oh, they must hurt." And Dr. Christian said, "So what is it we can help you with today?" "It's obviously her tits." "But you can't be too careful, can you?" He could say, "So, Rachel, those knocks are massive, aren't they?" "Oh, I was just going to ask about the warts I've got on my hands." "What happens if you want to be on but you haven't got a laptop?" "I've got to go into the library to do this." Just in the background, there's a woman just putting books away. But I think the best thing about Embarrassing Bodies is my favourite medic, Dr. Christian. I love Dr. Christian, and I've been reading his book about growing up, and I've learned a lot. Apparently, you can get pregnant if you do star jumps after sex, but it'll probably stop you from getting sex again. What could be better than reading Dr. Christian's book? That's right, a personal consultation with the man himself. Please welcome Dr. Christian Jessen. Hello.
How are you?
Welcome to the show. Thanks very much for coming on.
Feels just like I'm at work again, Victoria. Do you need anything?
Well, I don't know if now's the right time.
Probably not.
How often do you masturbate?
About 21 units.
Good answer. Now, we're giving quite a lot of health advice these days, aren't we? And it's hard to know which is true and which is rubbish. So I was going to run a few by you to see if you could tell us which ones are true and which ones are myths. Is that all right?
That sounds good. Okay.
Does eating crusts make your hair curly?
My mum said so, but no, not true.
So all of our mums are liars?
All of them.
Is it true that you feed a cold and feed a fever?
No, that's nonsense. It doesn't make any difference. Just eat healthily is the message.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I just eat loads whatever. So eat healthily?
Eat healthily.
Loads. Can I eat loads of healthy things like, you know, like biscuits with raisins in? And...
It's one of your 5 a day. It's fine by me. Yeah.
Shut up.
It is.
How are you Garibaldis are one of your 5 a
A
day.
handful of raisins is one, so enough Garibaldis.
A packet of Garibaldis is one of your 5 a day.
I'm sure I'm now going to get a complaint letter for saying that, but...
From me you would.
No.
Now, you know the rule about eating food off the floor, the 2-day rule? If you done it and 2 days later you still fancy it, you can still eat it.
Right.
Is that true?
Is that one that your mum told you?
No, I made it up.
You made it up.
Is it true you can't get pregnant off a toilet seat?
Depends who you're with.
What if the toilet seat was made of an erect penis?
As I said, depends who you're with, really, doesn't it?
So it's still possible then?
If it was an erect... I can't say that word.
What do you call it?
Yeah, that, but it feels wrong now, here with you.
Why?
Because you're dressed all nice and...
I'm dressed all nice. I'm dressed all nice, but it all comes up with this bits underneath.
Oh, that's fine.
Have you ever had any celebrity patients?
I have, but I couldn't possibly tell you who, as you well know, because...
Oh, OK. Well, what if you just, like, whispered it into me mic? Now, how were you told about sex? Did you find out from your parents, or how were you told?
I was given a book that I refused to read because I thought it was rude and embarrassing, so I didn't read it. So then I went away to school, and then my school friends told me about sex. Therefore, I still have absolutely no idea what goes on whatsoever.
I was told by my mum.
Yeah.
And I was nervous, so she made me stand behind a curtain. And then she said, "What word are you most comfortable with for the men's bits?"
Men's
so I
bits?
said, "Dick." That is true. Now, I've read your whole book. It's very good. But there's nothing in it about sex being wrong.
No. Is this going back to mother again?
Do you not think it is?
No, I quite like sex, actually.
Oh,
Yeah, don't you?
sometimes.
Yeah.
So I just want to bath in a book. Now, I love a hairy man.
Right.
How hairy can a man be before he's actually a monkey?
It's a fine line, isn't it? It's that Tom Selleck thing again. It's, should he be in a cage or should he be allowed to walk around? I don't know.
Should he be in a cage? I'd love a cage with Tom
that,
Selleck in
wouldn't
it.
you? Yeah.
That'd be lovely. That would be amazing.
Do you like hairy men, did you?
I do, yeah, I really
Oh, you
do. Yeah. Because
Now.
it makes me feel... Oh, sorry.
Well, I shaved before I came on. I thought...
Well, I shaved as well, but I just did my toes. Have you ever taken a picture of anybody's bits just because you like the colour? Do you know, well, that's no good on a cock, but it would look lovely in my hallway.
You have a body-coloured house.
Oh. Is there anything you've never seen, like anything you've heard of, or maybe studied about it, when you were training, but that you've never seen in the flesh?
There is a condition that fascinates me that I would love to see. You're going to love this. It's called diphalia. You have 2 penises, from the Greek, diphallus.
Wowzers.
You actually really have 2 penises. You have kind of one... No, mine's not this big. We'll use an arm as an example. You have one normal one, all right? And then underneath,
one normal
you have a
one.
little one.
Watch on.
That's made everyone feel inadequate, but yeah. You have one normal one, and then underneath you have one working little one.
It works, so the top one works and the bottom one
They
works.
both proper work. Amazing. I've never seen it. I've seen pictures.
And are they size-wise?
Yeah.
Do they, make a good one?
One is fine. You'd be happy with one.
Oh,
the
do you
other
know?
one is a sort of added extra. Yeah.
Like a tickler.
A little extra. Do you remember?
Actually, while I've got you here...
Yeah. Have we got a couch? Or...
Can I show you something? I've got a photo. Is that all right? You must get this a lot, do you?
I do get it a lot, yeah, yeah.
OK,
Cab drivers, yeah.
Cab drivers?
Yeah, cab
How do they
drivers.
get it through the little pay bit?
Oh, you can.
Can I show you? So I'll show you this.
Yeah.
I put it like that. Let me pass you that.
Let's have a look.
So that's...
Oh
I'm
my
a bit
God.
worried about it, to be honest.
What have you been up to?
Well...
That's rash in the attic, you said before, isn't it?
It looks sore, doesn't it?
That's awful.
It's got little scabby bits there on
It's
the
got like a
bottom
sort
right.
of hairy, stubbly thing in it.
Yeah. Flick to the next picture, it might make it a bit clearer. Does it look like I've got a stuffed crust?
still not eating it.
I didn't know that was an option.
No.
Do you spot people in the street, you know, like a model scout?
Yeah.
Do you do that? Do you ever...
A disease scout.
Yeah, like, don't be alarmed, but I'm going to make that a star. Do us a favour, don't drain it over the weekend.
Well, you have this conundrum where, like, I'm on the tube and you see something and you think, oh, I wonder if they know about that. And then you think, should I tell them? Would you like that, or is that not right?
Depends. If you're doing it in a loud voice on a packed tube or train.
Probably not, then.
No, but if you sort of went, oh, yeah.
Is that not even more scary if someone...
No, with you, because you've got such a nice face. I think it'll be all right.
So would you be happy for a doctor to come up to you out of the blue and go, look, I've just spotted you've got this thing and I think it's this. Would you be happy with that or not? Yeah. Oh, unanimous.
Oh, everybody.
Right, I will.
So, now everybody's all a bit nervous on the way out. Just... It's going to be standing at the door going, you, this way. It's going to be like X Factor, isn't it? All the people in this room, you're going through to boot camp. All the people in this room, something wrong. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. You've been an absolute joy. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Bessie and Justin. Nice to know we all might get pulled aside on a train now. Everyone's talking about reality TV, but have you noticed that so many programmes are based on unreality? Everything is fantasy and sci-fi. It leaves me a bit cold, to be honest. I think my boyfriend watches too much of it, because he sometimes refers to people as humans. I was on the bus and 3 humans got on. If sci-fi has taught me anything, it's that at some point all electrical devices will rise up and try to kill off the human race, so do be careful with that vibrator. Oh, what a way to go, eh? Humans are completely sexually compatible with aliens. It's never, right, I've got a knob, what have you got? Oh, a mincer. Doctor Who never tries to fix something with his sonic screwdriver, only to stop and say, oh, shit, it's a Phillips. I can't get away with superheroes either. I'd be a rubbish one. I'm too chatty to be a superhero. I can't keep anything quiet. I'd be like, guess what, Twitter? I can fly, but kryptonite destroys me. My trouble with these things is that I add reality to it. Like being a vampire must be a pain in the arse, having to get blood all the time. My nearest Tesco Metro is a good 10 minutes away and it doesn't even have mangoes out of season. Like with zombies, how would you know when they don't just want to cuddle? Come here, you hollow-eyed beauty. Then there's the ultimate sci-fi show, Doctor Who. I saw in the news that they're actually going to bring back old police boxes. How confusing for kids who don't know that they're not TARDISes. They're just going to end up like old phone boxes, though, smelling a piss, with prostitutes' business cards. I'm bigger on the inside, too. To take in when watching sci-fi and fantasy programmes. My boyfriend can remember all of the bizarre character names in the shows he watches, such as Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones. Yet whenever we go round to his friend's house, I have to go, his wife's name is Catherine. 4 years we've known them. I asked my boyfriend what it was about, and he said it's a story about a woman with 3 dragons. I thought, what, Hilary Devey? I now know that character's full name is Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, Queen of the Andals and the First Men, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, Breaker of Chains, and Mother of Dragons, which is also known as Dany for short. Everyone in Game of Thrones has names like that. If I was a character in it, I'd be Sarah Millican, Mother of Kittens, Enjoyer of Long Baths, and Vanquisher of Biscuits. If you haven't seen Game of Thrones, everyone's medieval and you never know if they're going to fight or have sex. Basically, it's Geordie Shore with capes. When I first heard of it, I thought it was a quiz show like Wheel of Fortune. Game of Thrones! I expected to see Bradley Walsh telling a contestant, you've landed on a penalty square. Do you want to commit incest with your sister or behead your dad? And don't get me started on dragons. There's a sentence I never expected to say. My fella said, did you know that a newborn dragon is only the size of our cat? No, I didn't know that, because they don't exist. There's only one way I'm going to understand the show, and that's to meet the people in it. So from Game of Thrones, please welcome Finn Jones, John Bradley, and Christian Nairn, also known as Solaris, Samwell, and Hodor. look lovely. This is just day wear, is it?
Thanks, baby, yeah.
You look smashing. Now, I have watched Game of Thrones. I haven't watched all of it, but I've watched a good 5 or 6 episodes, and I've got one question for you.
Right.
What the fuck is going on? So can any of you sum it up like that, just like in a couple of sentences?
Oh, boobs. Lots of boobs.
Lots of boobs?
Yeah.
Okay.
But death.
Boobs and death.
Taking it up a level,
Yeah,
I
go
think
on.
it's about mainly about dysfunctional family relationships, just to counteract the boobs and death.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
boobs, death, and Jeremy Kyle. That's enough. Now, tell me, who are the goodies and who are the baddies?
Oh, it's hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the problem some people have, that the baddies and the goodies aren't clearly defined.
Are you all goodies or baddies, do you know?
I think I'm a goodie.
You think you're a goodie?
Yeah, yeah, Hody's a goodie.
Certainly a good
Oh,
idea.
yeah, but
We're all
goodies.
goodies.
So you don't know which ones are goodies or baddies, but you're determined to be goodies. So, Christian, your character only ever says Hodor, so
Yes.
they've assumed that that's his name.
It's not really his name. His real name is Walder. It's a bit of a mystery why he is a bit brain damaged, but that's putting it mildly.
Okay.
He can only just say one word, which is great for learning lines.
That is, but you must have to put a lot of effort into that and a lot of
Tremendous,
emotion.
tremendous
Like
amount
a
of
happy
Shakespearean
Hodor
effort.
or a sad Hodor.
Yeah, or there's all
or a
sorts of mixed
sexually
up.
frustrated Hodor.
That's 99%.
That's 99% of them.
Yeah.
Boobs and death, that's what it's all about. So, Hodor is a giant.
Yes.
How did you get the part?
Well,
Oh, like that. Wow. I feel so tiny and feminine. For the first time ever. So, Finn, you play the heartthrob.
One of, yes.
One of the heartthrobs, yeah. Do women throw their chastity belts at you?
I mean, sometimes. I mean, check out these armor abs.
That's really... Are you exactly the same underneath that?
Yeah. Definitely not. Definitely not.
I'm starting to like the sound of this. I think I'd like to be in Game of Thrones, and because it's my telly programme, I can do just that. Hold on a minute.
Our enemies gather strength, Samuel. We are but 3. They are but many.
It is true. Who will aid us now in our hour of darkness?
It is the beautiful, if not stockier than I remember, Mother of Dragons.
Carry on, pet. You'll not make it past series 4.
I am Solora.